It is official. The 76ers are a cursed organization. Joel Embiid is a cursed basketball player. And last night, yet again, he goes out there in the second quarter, gets hit in the face on a rebound, goes down, never comes back into the game. Sixers lose, and we get the update late last night that Joel Embiid has suffered a sinus fracture in the game against the Pacers and will be further evaluated this weekend. Now, I have a lot to say, and to be quite honest with you, man, I was going to make this last night, but I was way too brutally tired after a 4-hour live show, and I'm glad I didn't because I have some more things to say. Little bit of ranting, a little bit of sadness and frustration, but I want to start off just by saying, man, I feel awful for Joel Embiid. And to be quite honest, I know there will be a lot of people in the comments of this. I know there's already been a lot of comments on Twitter. I don't give a damn what any of you think about this because I know that true, real, passionate human beings are going to feel bad for this guy. You can hate him as a player. You can hate his game. You can think he disrespects people or whatever else. Nonetheless, man, you got to feel awful for this guy. I mean, he has battled injury after injury after injury after injury for 10 consecutive seasons. I mean, look at this play, a freak play, another freak accident, whether it's this or the end of the Raptors series or, getting elbowed by your own teammate, Markelle Fultz. The guy is just injury prone, and I don't know how you avoid it. And I don't know how this organization has become a staple for being haunted. What the hell did the 76ers do to another team in the afterlife or in another life? I don't know. What did they do? What did they do, man? I mean, this is almost unfathomable. This isn't even possible what Joel Embiid has had to go through. The Sixers finally give us just a sliver of hope. They win 4 out of 5 games. You're thinking, oh man, the first game with Embiid, PG, and Maxey looks like it has potential for this team to gel. They win 4 out of 5, and then they come back, and in the second game of Embiid being back, in the second quarter, on Friday the 13th, he gets an inadvertent elbow to the face. And you think, okay, it's just a hit. He's going to get back up, and he never does. I mean, it's unbelievable. The people that are in the comments calling him trash, calling him soft, calling him this and that, you are on a different tier of miserable, straight up. I mean, we have people online, and this is the new society, this is the new day and age, people that have never played a sport, have never even touched a basketball, with 5 million numbers in their Twitter names, calling this guy pathetic and soft, and he's an embarrassment because he got hit. You try to go out there and break your damn face and go up against 7-foot centers who can back you down in the rim. The guy probably can't even breathe, let alone run down the damn floor. And I'm not even, just saying it's one fault or the other. It wasn't anybody's fault. The guy's just always in the wrong place at the wrong time. He is made of glass, and it's so freaking frustrating because you know how good of a talent he is. You know that this guy, fully healthy, could probably be an MVP again. Or an NBA champion multiple times. He's that damn good. He didn't even start playing a game till he was 15. And the amount of growth he's had in his career. The guy is 30 years old, though. And at this point, speaking honestly, Joel, you got to start thinking about this, man, long term. Not only for the game and for your career, but for your own life, man. I mean, this guy is a husband and a new father. And, he is 30 years old. I mean, Joe, if you keep this up, you might not be able to walk straight in 10 years, right? We hear a lot about these football players and the impact that it has with the hard hits and the brain injuries. But how about the legs? How about the knees? Joe, you might not even be able to function correctly. And that is someone talking here who is one of the biggest Joel Embiid fans. Like, I love what this guy's done, and I want to see him be a champion. I want to see him hold the trophy on the biggest stage. But all these injuries just keep on accumulating. And what really bothers me today about all these soft losers on the internet is that just a couple days ago, 3 days ago, Joel Embiid sat up there and said, yeah, man, I've been depressed. I've been in a state of anxiety and depression and dealing with it mentally because I want to be out there and my knee is not letting me do that, right? Whatever you think about him, The guy admitted, like, I'm just openly sad right now. I'm really frustrated because I want to be out there, and these mental injuries, you know, they're not only physical, but they're taking a mental toll on me, and people have the right to go out there and crap on them today. It's absolutely inexcusable, but again, that's the new age, I guess, that we live in, and I guess people just got to be, you know, better themselves. Here are the injuries that Joel has had to deal with. 2014, a fractured foot. 2016, meniscus. 17, an orbital fracture. 2018, knee tendonitis, dislocated finger, partially torn meniscus, orbital fracture, sprained LCL, torn meniscus, sinus fracture. I don't want to hear anybody calling this dude soft. This dude has dealt with more than you will ever deal with in terms of a physical nature on the floor. This guy has tried to get back and battle and battle and battle. And I'm going to go to battle for him because I know he wants to be out there, man. And I can't even say it's his fault, but yeah, Sixer fans are just tired of seeing this, man. We just want a winning team. We want a team that can go out there for, you know, a span of 5 games and play together. And it just feels like we can never get that. I mean, you think about Joel Embiid from the end of the Raptor series, getting an inadvertent elbow when the series was over, or getting friendly fire from Markelle Fultz, or yesterday getting an inadvertent elbow on a rebound. The guy can't stay out of harm's way. Paul George has been injured 3 times this season. Maxey was injured. What the hell did this team do to deserve this? It is absolutely insane. I don't know how to go about it anymore. You look at the future. What does the future hold, right? This isn't a season-ending injury. The season's not over, but it takes the life out of you, man. It sucks the soul out of you. Sinus fracture, broken nose, usually heals within 3 weeks, but it could be up to 6 weeks. I spent last night staying up learning about sinus fractures and freaking drones flying outside. What the heck is going on in this world, man? Joel Embiid could be out, let's say, 3 weeks. Okay, so where does that put the 76ers? All right, where does that put them? Well, if he's out 3 weeks, let's say he comes back after the new year. By that time, you got to hope you're not so far down the hole that you can't come back. And that is in January when the schedule starts to get extremely hard. January, February, March, 12 back-to-backs. A lot of the good opponents you haven't seen yet. These were supposed to be the easy stretches, the easy games. So now Joel Embiid's going to come back right into the fire against the tough teams. And who says he can stay healthy then? Joel didn't even want to play back-to-backs this season. The Sixers are so damn cursed. And it's funny because, you know, I finally just started to turn the corner in a little bit of hope. And everybody said, hey, stay on that side. You know, like, hey, you were criticizing them. You're damn right I was criticizing them. I've never seen a team have this much of a tumultuous start to a season. This is actual turmoil. No, this is torture. The Sixers get him back. They look good for 1 game, and he's hurt again. Like, you can't even script this. You can't draw this up. Jared McCain got hurt last night. Luckily, he came back and didn't have a bad concussion. But this team just can't stay out of their own way, man. And that's where we're at. And now it's going to be even tougher to keep this team together. Because, again, I mean, Maxey doesn't really seem to understand what his role is on the offense. PG was way too passive last night. You know, now they've gotten McCain out of his groove by putting him on the bench, then back in the starting 5. There's no consistency. You need that consistency. You need that time to gel in the regular season, and they're just not going to have it this year. And it's absolutely frustrating. I feel terrible for Joel Embiid. And when it's all said and done, man, I'm starting to feel like we're going to look at the 2024 Philadelphia 76ers as a what if, and hopefully, you know, it doesn't all go awry after this. But what I will say is, you know, a couple weeks ago when everybody got mad, when I said, hey, let's build around Maxey McCain, what I didn't mean is let's blow up the whole team, get rid of everybody, Maxey McCain. What I meant is the Sixers have to start playing quicker and faster and up-tempo through their guards. Look at all the good teams in the league. They are guard and wing driven, dominated, or if not, their big man plays like a guard, and they play fast. Last night, in the first half, even though Embiid was finally starting to get in a groove in the second quarter, it was walk it down the floor, lug it into the center, lug it into the center, lug it into Embiid. Embiid ball. Slow, slow, slow. Everybody standing around. No, I'm tired of that. When Embiid was out, and even in the second half, when they started to make a bit of a comeback, it was fast. Everybody's moving around. Everybody's open. Quick shots. That's how this team needs to play. And if Embiid and PG can't be a part of that type of offense, then maybe they're not the right guys for it. But the Sixers have to play through their guards. They have to play quick. There has to be a lot of movement. This is the oldest team in the NBA, and they look so damn slow. It's like why a guy like Ricky Council looked so good last night. Like you injected a spark of speed and electricity in this team. And they're going to have to rely on the young guys a lot more. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think this crushes them completely, but it definitely is brutal. And now they are climbing even more of an uphill battle. And it sucks. It sucks. That's what it can be summed up as this season, trying to cover the Philadelphia 76ers. One night you're talking about basketball. The next night you're talking about sinus fractures. The next night you're talking about locker room drama. Welcome to Philadelphia. And appreciate you guys tuning in. Give me your thoughts down below. Catch you on the next one. Peace.